Yes, I'm so fully let psycho. I turn the side piece to a 9-piece. She outline, shouldn't even matter.
Yo, Jimmy Gang, what it do? So I'm back with another video. You should already know what to do. Hit the like button. Beat the like button down. Once you finish doing that, listen to my commentary, comment on it, and like and share if you care. So today I want to talk about these 20th century homeless people. Okay, well, I'm not going to generalize and say all of them, but I'm going to say there is a big amount of them that are just plain out scamming. Okay, I'm talking about the panhandlers. I'm talking about the ones that just laying around homeless, etc. Now, what made me want to do this particular video, I had seen a video a little while back about these people, but I didn't, you know what I'm saying, I didn't feel the need to do the video right then. I wanted to get like more information on it. So today I log on my Facebook for a second and I see someone local to me who had helped a homeless man. She helped him like 2 weeks ago, and now this week there's like a big thing, like he's been so ungrateful. He's called the news that already came and interviewed her for helping him. He's called the news back complaining about, I guess her not giving him money. Stuff is crazy. These new homeless people are not grateful. Some of them are fake, but some of them are really homeless and they're still ungrateful and entitled. Just like old boy that I was talking about, for all of you who watched the Umar Johnson sector, there's a homeless guy that he hired and didn't pay. But when you listen to the homeless guy, you hear him talk, he's just basically nothing but an entitled bum. So we're talking about someone like him today. So anyway, the Good Samaritan's name is Rhahat Hussain or Hussain. And then the homeless entitled bum in this story is Eric Arsby. There's also a person named Roz in the story, but Roz, keep in mind, I think him and the Good Samaritan, Rhahat, were once maybe like in business together. Like Roz was maybe like the cameraman for Rhahat's YouTube or something like that. But by the end of this story, Roz has switched sides and taken the side of the homeless bum. So Rhahat's good deed started by he wanted to pick a random homeless person and give them a losing lottery ticket, right? So he picks Eric Arsby to give the losing lottery ticket. Takes him to the store, bam, is losing, but he still gives Eric $1,000. Supposed to be a good deed. So when he posted the video to his YouTube, Rhahat posted the video to his YouTube, he got, a lot of public outcry, like, oh my God, it was so nice, So when he seen how much everybody was supporting it, he went ahead and just done a GoFundMe for Eric. That's the entitled homeless bum. So the GoFundMe goal was only $2,000, but Rhahat said that they quickly surpassed the goal of the GoFundMe. So, they ended up collecting like 60 some odd $1,000, which was going to be used for Eric. Now, Rhahat is the one who started this fund. Rhahat is the one that started the entire good deed. Eric is just the homeless guy who's supposed to be humbly receiving help. So when they got so much money in donations, Rhahat decided to get Eric a house, paid the rent up for 1 year out of the donation money, and he fully furnished the house. Remember, Eric is homeless. He doesn't have anywhere to stay, whatever. So he goes and surprises Eric. They filming the whole thing because basically now the public is invested in seeing what's going on with Eric's well-being and etc. Okay, so once he gets Eric into the home, Rhahat tells him like, okay, cool. Now, you got to keep this up, but you need to go ahead and get a job, so we can get you like back on track with life. You're a grown man, you got these donations. I'm not just going to give it over to you. Basically, you need to get a job and I'll just disperse the money to you as you go, which should be cool for somebody that never, I ain't gonna say shouldn't have control of the money, but shouldn't have control of the money because this is Rhahat's good deed. Even if Rhahat had decided to take some of the money for himself, I don't really see where that should have been a problem. I guess some people probably would, but Rhahat didn't do that, okay? He only took about 20,000 of it to pay taxes on the money, GoFundMe fees, etc. Rhahat, let me mention this as well. Rhahat is already, prior to this, a successful YouTuber that has a business and has millions of followers already on YouTube. So let's just mention that Rhahat didn't need Eric. Eric needed Rhahat. So Eric began to start being entitled. You know, he started calling Rhahat, asking for money for frivolous things. He was helping out his other homeless buddies. You can look at Eric and tell that he has some type of substance abuse going on. So he probably was getting money for that too. Rhahat was trying to put like, you know, restraints on the money so it would last longer, and he didn't want Eric to waste it. So he'd be like, hey, who is texting me? So where was I at my story, y'all? Oh yeah, so Eric was getting very entitled. So Rhahat tried to slow down on the money. As a matter of fact, Eric also began to become addicted to luxurious things. Like, they were getting interviewed by people. People were flying into their state to interview them. This happened, like, I think in 2019. And on one of the interviews, Eric was given like a limousine ride to the interview or whatever. So after that, he started calling Rhahat, you know, requesting money for limousine rides and just stupid stuff that a homeless person doesn't need. You know what I'm saying? So Rhahat was giving him the money at first, but he's just like, hey, you need to slow down because you're spending the money on stupid stuff. So, of course, Eric, since he's so entitled, he gets upset about this. And Rhahat had told him to get a job, right? So he ends up getting a job at 7-Eleven. This is great for a homeless man, guys. He gets a job at 7-Eleven. The initial meeting that he had with the manager, Rhahat later found out that Eric came up there smelling like alcohol. Strike one. So then when Eric's first day comes around for him to go work at the 7-Eleven, Eric don't even show up for work. Because Eric thinking he have 40,000 there. He don't need to work at 7-Eleven. So when Rhahat called Eric and said, why didn't you go to work at the 7-Eleven? They say you didn't show up. He said he was tired and he didn't feel like it. Now, I'm not homeless. I guarantee the gang that's watching me is not homeless. When's the last time y'all just didn't go to work because you was tired and didn't feel like it? And I would say our status is much more than that of a homeless person. This dude is out his mind, okay? So that right there, it kind of made Rhahat start like noticing like, I probably picked the wrong homeless person to help, you know? So now I just kind of want to back away a little bit, still give him his money and stuff, but I'm not just as willing to help him anymore. So Eric keeps chipping away at the money. Finally, he calls Rhahat one day, getting on his nerves about the money. So Rhahat just writes Eric a check for like $22,000 and gives him the remainder of his money. So what you think Eric done? Eric ran through the money, buying stupid stuff, probably getting high, getting drunk, helping out other homeless people. So when the money runs out, he tries to call Eric. He calls him like real drunk or whatever. One time he calls him real drunk, going off like, give me the rest of my money, give me the rest of my money. He doesn't understand that he's chipped away at the money, and he's ran through the lump sum, and then the rest of the money that Rhahat had was for taxes. Like, he doesn't want to pay taxes out of his own money for money that he raised for Eric. So he doesn't understand that because he never had no money before, obviously. And he also doesn't know how to manage money because he's never had money. So then he came to his senses, called a few weeks later from a different number, because by this time, Rhahat wouldn't even want to deal with him anymore. He didn't want to answer the phone. He wouldn't return no calls. So Eric calls him humbly, like, trying to, you know, hey, how you doing, whatever, trying to be nice and stuff. So by the end of the call, Rhahat says, Eric is like, well, do you think you can help me out? You know, I'm kind of short on money and things aren't going well. Rhahat was like, nah, I'm not gonna be able to do that. Like, I gave you all of your money and that's it. Like, basically your little show is over. You messed up your show by trying to be the big man, and I don't got nothing for you. Basically, Rhahat is a very polite dude. Rhahat is not thug or with the smoke at all. You know, he's a professional guy, soft guy, but basically he told him no. So when he told him no, Eric flipped back to his old crazy self, started screaming at him, telling him that he took his money or whatever, which Rhahat didn't. So y'all know how social media is. When stuff first hits the fan, people just believe what's more entertaining. So it was kind of split. Some people saying, how is he jumping on the Good Samaritan for helping him? And then the other half of the people saying, Rhahat spent the money that was raised for Eric. Where's the money? He need to give Eric the money. So Rhahat is a good guy. So Rhahat started taking all the stuff to heart that he's seeing online about himself. Even though he knows it's not true, he became depressed. He disappeared from social media, and he became suicidal. After he had already put up screenshots to prove where all of the money had went. Okay? So, like I said, there was a guy named Raz. He's the third person in this story. Raz, he spelled that R-A-Z-Z, what used to be in business with Rhahat prior to this homeless guy thing. So Raz decided to switch sides and go with Eric. So he starts Eric a YouTube channel, and they start bashing Rhahat. Take a look at this right quick.
Than you can even fucking imagine right now. And I don't normally curse when I'm on camera. I mean, it's my second or not fourth or fifth time being interviewed by someone. I get all teary-eyed and stuff like that. But I'm from the heart. He really hurt me. My main focus is now on bringing him to justice and letting these people see. And this is Eric, people. This is the real Eric from the homeless lotto winner. Let people see how the fuck he dogged me and left me without fucking nothing. You know?
And it's okay to use profanity.
It's hurt me every day that I gotta sit here and go through the shit that I'm going through now. Trying to make it one day from another day in a hotel room and stuff like that.
Trust me, I understand,
and I'm
man.
not saying this, sitting here crying for any of you to feel sorry for me. It's time for me to get some justice from him, because he hurt me.
And I agree, because the truth is, you had about $66,000 in donation. Rhahat spent maybe 20-something thousand, according to that diagram he did, where he showed where the money was going. So you had close to $40,000 left over, and you haven't seen any of that money. If you had that money, you wouldn't be here in the hotel room right now, the motel room right now, living like this. That house that you were staying in, that house sold for $61,000. You had $66,000 in donation. You had enough money to buy that house. But Rhahat kept almost $40,000 away from you. So I feel sorry for you, man. I try to help you as much as I can, but I'm limited. And you're right, Rhahat needs to be brought to justice. And Rhahat, if you're watching this video, or if someone is watching this video and you know Rhahat, please tell him to contact me. Let's get this issue resolved. It doesn't need to go any further. Do you have any message for Rhahat?
All I got to say is that, you know, you did me wrong. You did me wrong, and you know it. Especially with the house, and you know you did. And man, I just ain't got no more respect, man. I'm sorry.
Okay, so y'all see how how he was coming at Rhahat, and how Roz, who's supposed to really be Rhahat's friend or business partner or whatever, he's sitting there instigating like a little girl. He tried to apologize later and say, you know, he didn't have a full story or whatever, but you shouldn't have been doing all of that if you didn't have a full story. And you was trying to exploit this man by starting him a YouTube page, being the cameraman. You was egging this stuff on, all the while making Rhahat more and more miserable and just not wanting to even live anymore. So once stuff started going, people started figuring out that Eric is nothing more than a bum who is never wanted anything in life, never worked for anything, and is never going to change. Period. Just like Dusty Don, the guy from Umar Johnson's story. They refuse to work, but they got their hand out like this to everybody else that does work. I just don't really understand it. So just like the lady who's local to me, and she's complaining about the guy that she helped, she said it's almost like he thought he hit the lottery just because I agreed to help him get a room for a few days. Now he expects me just to pay. And like I said, these 20th century bums they different. You know what I'm saying? They got credentials, or so they think they do. They have demands. So I don't know. This is a little bit of a horror story to me, I guess. Try to tie it into my channel stuff, but let me know what you guys think about this story. I am a mini philanthropist. I don't even know if the money that I give out to people even qualifies me to call myself that, but I do a lot of donating because I feel like on spiritual, not giving the money and expecting it to come back to you, but when you do give, it does circle around and help you later on. Okay, especially if you give it from the honest part of your heart. And so this kind of turns my stomach a little bit. It makes me not want to give, even though some people that you give to actually really do need the help. But there's people like Eric, Dusty Don, and the guy from that now here, his name is David. They just make it hard for you to want to help people that may be in need, because you just don't know how they're going to act or how they're going to treat you. And I can use good deeds on people who really need it and appreciate it. But let me know what y'all think about this bum. Don't forget to comment on my commentary, and also get into a fight with the like button and pound it out and help me get the content flowing. I will see y'all on the next one. And if you have like crime topics or horror stories you would like for me to do, send me the topic or the story or whatever, and I will do that and shout you out on the channel. All right, see y'all later.